We'll do some shadow box and try to brush up some of your shadow boxing technique and intention, and we'll go over that. And then we'll also break down some of our combinations that you should be trying to develop while you're shadow boxing. Shadow boxing is like the homework of martial arts. I was told a long time ago that if you work a set number of rounds on a bag, you should probably work just as many rounds in your shadow boxing to make sure that you can flow with the techniques and that you can think while you're moving. Most of fighting is mental. Winning or losing is going to come down to whoever can think about what they want to do and do it when they need to do it. If you can impose your will on the other person. So strengthening that will through shadow boxing so that you can cognate what you want to throw, what you want to plan, versus just going with the animal brain is what you want to work on. So let's just warm it up. Let's just get the jump rope going here, guys. If you don't have a jump rope, go ahead and just mime it in place. Just get your hop going. Doing a little double foot hop. Okay, go ahead and bounce one foot in front. Okay, emphasizing working on one calf. Go ahead and switch it to the other. Just try to get 5 to 10 reps on each side. If you make a mistake, just keep going. So just toe touching in the front, nice and light. Switching to the other foot. Okay, putting the foot in back. Okay, so now I'm just touching him back. Switching to the other foot. Get about 5 reps in. Go back. Okay, running in place. Just alternating your steps. I always like the guys and gals to get just get the heart rate up. And honestly, if you can talk, you're probably not getting enough conditioning in. But I'm going to have to do it so that I can talk you guys through this. I like to break a sweat once before we get going. If you guys are looking at competing or you're just trying to get in good shape, it's good to get that conditioning started right away. A lot of times people come into class and they start jumping rope and they're just really doing it easy. And they're talking to their buddy, catching up with what's going on. But you're missing some valuable conditioning time. So use that jump rope time wisely. Get a little side to side action. Okay? Lateral movement, lateral explosive movement is important. Just get those reps in. How are we doing there? We got the audio going. Everybody good? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. So just a couple more minutes. Okay, now we're going to pick up our leg here. Okay, pick up your knee. Work on your balance. This is good for checking. It's good for your knees. We're just strengthening the hip flexors. And then strengthening the ankle and the calf muscle on the leg that we're popping up and down on. Okay, here we go. So that was lifting all the way up in front. Get about 5 reps. You can go longer if you want to. Here you go. Go back. Okay, pick up the foot and back. So instead of touching, it's all the way up. Okay, if you guys want to see it. Woo. Okay, I'm picking it up. Picking it all the way up in the back. Okay. So pick up one foot. Pick up the other. All right, so we got toe touch in front. Toe touching on that side. Toe touching back. Toe touch the other side. High lift in the front. High lift on the other side. High lift in the back. High lift on the other side. Okay, again, lateral movements. Whew. Now, if we had more space, you can move around forward and backwards motion. Again, moving explosively in either direction. Left leg in front, hopping forward and back. Right leg in front, hopping back and forth. All right, back to a little jog. All right, well, that's probably about 5 minutes. Usually we'll set the timer and we'll get going for about a 5-minute round. Again, if you don't have a rope, you can just mime it. It's just important to get the blood flowing and get your cardio in, okay? So right now I'm huffing and puffing. Didn't do anything crazy. I didn't do any crossovers. I didn't do any double jumps. Didn't do any side twirls. Didn't do any turning front and back. But that's all stuff you guys can work on with your shadow body. Oh, I'm sorry, your skipping rope. But let me catch my breath here for just a second. And let's go over basic motions. Okay, let's start with our stance. And I hope you guys can see my feet here. But let's just start with our feet shoulder width apart. We're going to take a comfortable step forward with our left foot. We want our lead foot pointing at our opponent's opposite shoulder. So the right shoulder of my opponent. Okay, so my lead foot points at the opposite shoulder. Rear foot points out at a 45-degree angle. Okay, in karate you might see a 90-degree angle, more of like a cat stance. This is half that angle. Okay, we're going to bring our heels off the ground and we're just going to touch our feet lightly. We don't have to pick it way up yet. We're just moving our weight from one foot to the other. Okay, just nice and easy. Elbows in, hands up. Just rock your weight back and forth. Okay, roll those hands back towards your head. Okay, little rocking motion. Okay, let's start with our basic punches. Let's start with a jab. Okay, with our jab, we're just going to extend our punch. We're going to let our shoulder come to center line. We're going to let our hip turn. We're not going to necessarily move our front foot. We still want to keep our balance and our base neutral, but we want to extend that punch. If you punch like a rock'em sock'em robot, you don't get the range, and you don't get the body weight, and you don't get the torque from bringing that shoulder to center line. Okay, my chin should be down, and I hope I'm not hitting the mic too much here. But my chin should be down, and my shoulder should close the gap between my jaw and my shoulder here. Okay, I don't want to leave an opening so I get hit. I'm just going to jab. Okay, jab. Okay, right there. Okay, when you guys are shadow boxing and jabbing, don't forget about your footwork. You can press on the land here, okay, or you can time it if you're moving forward so that when your weight transfers forward at the same time that impact happens. So you got your jab. You have your stepping to the side. I'm going to move my outside foot to the left. Okay, I don't have a lot of range of motion here without losing you guys, but stepping to my left. If I'm going to go to my right, outside foot. Okay, nice and easy. Right cross. Okay, let's throw that right cross. I'm going to let my rear foot pivot. Okay, I'm going to let my hips turn. And let that right shoulder come to center line. Again, that's going to meet my shoulder. It's going to meet my shoulder as that arm goes out. And then it's going to twist back. I want to use my body weight to add force to my punches. It's more efficient. My legs have more strength. Then my arms. Your arms will get tired first. Okay, so we have our jab and our cross. Opposite hand comes back to protect, guard. Okay, so just get that cross out there. This is for the new people. I know some of you guys have seen all of this. We'll move on to the combinations here pretty quick, but let's just touch base. My lead hook, my left hook, small pivot with the front foot. I try not to turn my base too much because it's going to take too long to go back, but I'm going to turn, let my hip turn and my shoulder, and I'm going to bring my elbow up behind my wrist behind my knuckles. Okay, I want to resist the urge to swat or to slap with the elbow down, and I want to resist the urge to wing it so that it carries through too high. Okay, I want to start with the right shoulder going forward off of a cross, off a slip, or just chalking this up so I can throw the punch. If I start here, or even here from my lead, I don't get as much snap with the shoulder and the hip. So I want to dip, okay, load this shoulder, pull this one back, and unload that hook, okay? Right shoulder forward, left hook, okay? Right shoulder forward, left hook. Nice and easy. Right shoulder forward, left hook. Okay, so we have our jab, we have our cross, we have our left hook. Okay, we're going to cover, we're going to throw right rear uppercut. Okay, same thing, I want to pull the shoulder back, have my hips loaded, my legs. Right there. Okay, cover, strike, bring it back. Cover, strike, bring it back. I'm not looping it. There are some arts where they throw a big swooping punch. Usually that's to disguise the line. But this, we want to sneak this in from the inside, right here. Okay? Same thing with my lead uppercut. Load my hips, load my shoulders, extend it up. Okay, so we have our jab, we have our cross, we have our hook, we have our rear uppercut, lead uppercut. Okay? All right, let's move on. Let's work it downstairs here, rear leg kick. Okay? Couple ways we can throw this. We can throw a round kick, more of a traditional Thai style, where we're going to throw it all the way around and then post up and block. That's been adjusted somewhat, mostly because of competition involving other arts. If you have to worry about takedowns, and even just other Thai gyms, changed it from a full hip rotation to more of an upward kick that twists over once it reaches the target. So old school was more of a round kick through here, where you want to start with a foot pivot, throw it through, bring it back to the point of origin and cover. A little more competition oriented is the up kick. So this arc, instead of coming around, is going to come up and over and through. For me, I feel I have more power with the old school. I think it probably takes a little longer, tenths of a second, hundredths of a second to get there. But I think if you're setting up your punches with your hands, or you have the timing down, it's almost like a personal preference. And then I think it's about effectiveness, and then what are your follow-ups going to be on how you use these kicks. But if you're going to kick up, it's just right here. Comes up, turns over, comes back. Okay. So I've had some Thai instructors tell me to do it the old way. I've had some tell me to do it the newer way, that no, that way is too slow. I just agree with them, yes, and do it the way that they like me to do it. And then I just experiment myself to see what works good for me. But let's bring that kick up, over, and down, and cover. Okay? Senchai, he took it even he liked it even shorter. He would throw the kick up, stop it before it went all the way around, and bring it back. So he would throw the kick, stop it, and bring it back. because rarely did he have time to do a full 360 without worrying about the counterattack. Or I suppose if you watch his fights, he's always got another follow-up. So he would go from here into some other attack. So we're going to throw it, post, just let it touch the ground. Probably just outside of your outside shoulder here. Throw it, touch, cover, and back. Okay? Throw it, touch, cover, back. Switch kick. 3 ways to throw that. Old school, switch the foot. I can pull it back to load the hip through, or I can switch both feet. Okay? Well, let's just start, pull it back, throw it through, cover, and go. Okay? If you want to do a shallow one, switch the hip, kick, just outside my opposite shoulder, bring it back to the cover and down. Okay? And down. Okay, always get back to your stance. Okay, again, we're just warming it up and going through just a review of some of our basic technique. The reason I like these shallow kicks, stopping on the outsides of the shoulder, because they go well with some of the other arts and some of the other kicks. If you like to throw a side kick or savate chassé, the short kick to here gets really easy to throw another kick. Also, again, if you're worried about takedowns or if the person adjusts or evades, those short kicks make for faster combinations. So again, we're here in our stance. Here, whatever your next attack might be. But we're just warming it up and just brushing up on our technique. If this is your first lesson, there's a lot of details we're going to skip past, but this is geared for my guys that haven't had the opportunity to come in. So hopefully this is just helping you guys get your homework in. Let's go with the front teeps. Okay, so I got my lead teep, or a push kick, or the foot jab they call it. I'm going to bring my leg up, extend it forward, and hip at the same time. Again, I've seen this taught a couple of variations. I know like Duke Rufus, he likes to actually put an obstacle like a chair in front, bring it up, go over it and down. And then just from some of my other training, I just like to go from the point of origin to the target in the shortest distance. So I like to bring the foot up and teep as quickly as possible. There's a good reason to do both. If the person is closing, bringing it all the way up and teeping gives you that shorter distance to exchange. But if the person's at long distance and I just want to stop them, then I'm just bringing my foot up that much quicker without having that chamber, unchamber timing in there. So it's good to practice both. Okay, bring that lead foot up, push it out. Most of the power comes from the hip and controlling the body weight, and you got to let that weight settle forward. If you do it with a partner on the pads, or you do it on the heavy bag, you can feel it. Doing it in the air is good, but you just don't get the feel. But something's better than nothing, and we need the exercise. Okay, rear teep, short teep. Same thing. Bringing it up, pushing forward. Strike can be with the kind of the ball of the foot here. It can also be with the heel. The ball of the foot's going to have more range, but sometimes that heel is what lands, especially when they're crowding. Also, it depends on how you're landing the teep. If you make it more oblique and you're blocking into the hips, you'll find that the heel finds the seat. If you're using the ball of the foot on the front of the body to the chin, you guys will find that maybe that ball of the foot is the strike for you. Again, you want to practice it. Nice and easy. Okay, let's move on to the, let's go with our elbows. Bring it back upstairs for a minute. I'm taking this a little slower than I thought, but this is my first time live. So on those elbows, so our snap elbow, okay, our lead elbow is a lot like our hook, only the hands coming inside. Just like that. You're going to drive with the hip, drive with the shoulder, lead hand, the other hand has to cover. If I'm close enough to elbow you, you're close enough to elbow me. Mistakes I see a lot is a boxer's cover for the MMA guys or the new people. They tend to just throw with their hands from the chest level, but you need it up high, because if I can elbow you in the head, you can elbow me in the head. So we got the snap elbow. Drive with the hip, from the ground up, snap it across, back to the cover. Okay, right down elbow. I'm going to start with the shoulder back. Okay, this one is coming down like a tomahawk. So I want the palm out, thumb down, elbow back, shoulder back. I want to be narrow. Okay, this is either going to go between the cover, or it's going to go over the cover and go for the cuts above the eyes. Okay, you can put your hand on the glove and come over, or you can just split the uprights. But we want to start pulling that shoulder back, bringing this hand in close, and dropping down. A lot of times I see people throw the elbow here. If there's an opening here, they can pummel in and block that elbow. If someone was throwing that in here and I pummel in, get behind the head, I can block that elbow here. So I want this in tight. Okay, so here, okay, nice and easy. Pull it back, bring it down, rotate the hip, drop. If you guys do this on pads, you can really feel that down elbow sink. Okay, so got a snap elbow and we got a down elbow. We can put those in combinations, but we're going to move on here pretty quick now that I think everybody's warmed up. Let's move into the knees. Okay, rear knee, coming straight ahead. Again, a lot like our teep, it's in the hips. You want to let your shoulders rock back, let your hips rock forward, and you want to point that knee into the target. Come up on the balls of your feet. Okay, rear knee coming forward. Coming forward. Hands are staying up. I haven't clinched yet. This is just a nice long knee. Okay, from the rear. Hands are staying up. More sports style, they have a leaning knee where the hands, one hand goes down low and swings back. The other one comes across. I always say like Dracula here. If I was wiping that cape across, like that. That's a more committed knee. This is a more guarded knee. Here. Switch knee. Okay. Again, I'm in my stance. I want to kickstart my motorcycle. Okay. Boom, like that. I'm going to pop that. Bang. And rock that hip forward. Keep the hands up. Tang. Okay. Tang. Nice and easy. Tang. If you guys haven't worked out in a couple weeks, go nice and easy. Tang. Okay, leaning method, hands down. One hand down, one arm across. Sport method, MMA method, keep your hands up. You're ready to pummel, you're ready to sprawl. So you can throw the knee and you're ready to punch. Okay. Bang. Okay. That's the long knee. Okay, now we're going to go with a high knee. High knee coming straight up on either side. That's for in the clinch, or just standing if you happen to come in range enough where you're going to just bring that knee straight up. If you have somebody who's bobbing and weaving, putting their head low, getting ready to shoot, you just want to bring that knee straight up. Okay? Sometimes it's just a threat. You don't want the guy putting his head down there. Just keep bringing those knees up. Put them in their face. Just got to make sure if they're gonna that they don't shoot and take you down. But any guy that keeps putting his head down, that's a target of opportunity. So let's bring that knee up. If you can, relax it and see if you can kind of pop your shoulder here, touch yourself in the chest. That's a flexibility issue for some people. They just don't have the flexibility, so you might have to work yourself up to that. But just bring it up as high as you can, okay? If you happen to, and I'll show you in a minute when we put these knees together, if you get the person to bend over, this knee is really easy, okay? Also, if you find yourself in a grappling situation, that head is low a lot of times, okay? So we want the high knee, okay? Bring it up. In your stance. There we go. Okay, rear knee, high knee, there we go. Snap it up, bring it back down. Bring it up. If it doesn't come that high, if it only goes this high, that's okay. Just keep your hands up. Bring it up, set it down. Bring it up, set it down. Bring it up, set it down. If it only comes up that high, that's great. Just get used to it. Okay. So a lot of times we like to put those knees in combination. If my first long knee lands, that's going to make them bend forward, hopefully. It's going to influence their body structure. So it's one forward, one up. Okay, rear leg, one forward, one up. Okay, bend them over, or just influence their posture just a little bit to present a higher percentage target for that high knee. Here, up. Okay, long knee, high knee. Yeah, that's another one Senchai had us do 2 years ago. Long knee, high knee. Okay, I always just like to do them from the palm. If I have the head, I bring the head in. Usually guys will try to protect their head by keeping it on my shoulder. And if I can pull it off just enough, I can throw that up there. Okay. So long knee, high knee. Okay. Long knee, high knee. All right, so now we've got all our basics. We've got our punches, okay, jab, cross, hook, cross. We've got some kicks. Got a round kick. Got a round kick on the other side. We've got a teeps, okay. Got a nice front teep. We've got our knees. We didn't go into side knees. We've got our side knees. Let's go over those for just a second, okay. Side knee is like an opening and swinging gate or a slamming door, okay? Usually done from the clinch, but even in long range or mid range coming in, you'll see them throw that hip action. It might become more of a kick knee where they turn it over, but let's just practice. Get the plum really quick here, guys. Get the plum is just a clinch. We're gonna reach in. We're gonna pendulum our feet, open it up, swing it closed. Okay, open it up, swing it closed. On the other side, open it up, swing it closed. The harder you swing, the more turn you can get. Okay, I want to put my body weight into it. Okay, I want to put my body weight into it. Pulling it, starting open, hips open, arms open. If I had a hold of somebody, I'd slam that into them. Slam it into them, pull it across. Side knee, okay, side knee, straight knee, side knee. Okay, targets are the leg, the ribs, the kidneys in the back, and if that head comes down, strike to the head. Okay, so we got about 15 minutes left to go to our 45-minute mark. Let's see how the battery's doing. I can't tell, doesn't show. I guess we'll just keep going. But let's put this into shadow boxing, which is really where I wanted to go with this. I watched some other videos this week of people doing different shadow boxing. Kurt over in Detroit, how you doing out there? He did a great thing about shadow boxing for different ranges or different zones, like on the ground. Fantastic stuff. And the better your shadow boxing, I think really the better athlete you are up here. So let's talk about intention in shadow boxing and what are you doing and why are you doing it. Shadow boxing, for one, obviously is for exercise, or you're working on your physical characteristics, your calisthenics, your cardio. So keep that in mind. If you want to measure your heart rate, your output, how winded you are, bring it up and then bring it back down if you find yourself gassing out. Always go with good technique, but if your goal is to get a workout, get the workout. Okay, don't just, it is good to go through the motion sometimes and just get reps, but if you only have a certain amount of time, use that workout time wisely and go after it. Okay, work your movement. As soon as you start putting your footwork in with it, the workout gets twice as hard. Think about the intention of the techniques. What does the technique supposed to set up for a response, or what kind of stimulus does it apply to the target that gives you better follow-ups? So try to think strategically, and we talk about different combinations and how those elicit different responses, and we'll hit some of those combos here in just a second. But I want guys and gals to think about when they get back, when they're shadow boxing, to think about the strategy behind those techniques and get past just the basics of the technique. I see a lot of people just kind of going through the motions, and it's one motion at a time, or it's the combination, but it doesn't look like they're imagining. It doesn't look like they're fighting anybody. It shouldn't be spastic and wild, but it should look like you have a particular mission that you're trying to land a certain shot, or you're trying to set up a certain response so you can get a takedown, so you can land a certain technique, set a certain sweep or something. So let's go over some of those combinations really quick, okay? So for the next 15 minutes here, let's talk about our fighting four combos, which is really our introductory fighting combinations that we have. The first one is simply a jab, cross, hook to the outside leg kick. And we're teaching the timing of setting up the hands and then landing a nice low kick. The hook, that's my timer. All right. So, jab, cross, hook to the outside leg kick. A lot of styles have it. The Dutch, you'll see the Dutch styles throwing that hook to the leg kick, and it might be a body hook, could be a high hook. It's just the open and closing door principle. Opening myself up here lets me throw this rear leg kick hard, and it is a beautiful shot. And that's probably the reason why everybody starts with it. And it's bread and butter. The better you get with this, the better everything else gets for you. You just want to throw a jab, a cross, a hook, and the outside leg kick, okay? It works better with a partner or with a target, but we can just shadow box it here, okay? It's our fighting four combo number one. We have four of these that I'll show you guys. But we're just going to throw a jab, cross, hook, outside leg kick, and back, okay? Lead hook, outside leg kick. Open the door, close the door, okay? So we're here, jab, cross, hook, outside leg kick. Now I don't like to leave this the end because again, bringing this leg back feeds my hook. So let's close this off with a hook and a cross here, hook, cross. Okay, so again we have jab, cross, hook, outside leg kick, hook, cross, and move. I don't have a lot of room to move here without losing you guys, but we're going to jab, cross, hook, outside leg kick, hook, cross. Okay, that hook, that kick to the hook. Okay, that hook to the kick. Okay, it's like peanut butter and jelly. Okay, jab, cross, hook, kick, hook, cross. Okay, we call that the fighting four combo number one. and you'll hear us call out 111, 111, 1-1. We're talking about the jab, because that's the first technique they teach in boxing is the jab. But for us, it means I want you to start kicking that guy's leg. Okay, so when we call it out as our holders, we say it over and over until you throw it. Okay, so you might hear us go 111, 111, 111, 111. Okay, and all that power comes from the opening and closing of this gate. Okay, second combo, the 2-2-2. Okay, that's a stepping switch kick to the inside of the leg. So we're in our exchange with our opponent or training with our partner. They call out a 2-2-2. We're going to step 45 degrees diagonal towards our target, but almost going past it or through it, so we can throw this front leg, which becomes the rear leg, into that inside leg. Okay, and we're targeting the nerve clusters between this quadricep and the thigh, or just beating the hell out of this quadricep. Okay, that quadricep right there. Okay, so inside leg kick followed by a cross hook cross. The nice thing about landing this is that, again, it influences the body. If I kick to the inside of the leg, hopefully I'm going to draw the head forward, or I'm going to bring it down and forward. Okay, so if I'm here, I'm going to step through, inside leg kick, cross hook cross. Keep moving. Okay, 2-2-2, 2-2-2, inside leg kick, cross hook cross. 2-2-2, 2-2-2, inside leg kick, cross hook cross. Okay, very basic, but these are high percentage combos. They're easy to remember, and then they piece together with each other, and they piece together with other technique. Inside leg kick, cross hook cross. Okay, stepping through, inside leg kick, cross hook cross. Okay, fighting for combo number 3, outside leg kick to start, coming back with an uppercut, cross hook cross. Okay, so I start with my rear leg and I attack their front leg. Okay, my opponent, if they're right-handed, they have their left leg in front. I'm going to kick that front leg, and then that's going to load up my rear hand, or my lead hand, I should say. Okay, so I kick here, uppercut. If you turn this kick over, it's going to put your torso in a position to throw a nice, strong uppercut. And a lot of times, an upright fighter, they're going to leave this zone open. Okay, they've got the field goal, the poles are here, the head's right on the end of it. Especially some of the wrestlers and MMA guys, they tend to hunch. If you have a huncher, these are great techniques against the hunchbacks that are out there. Okay, if they're bending over like this, throw that kick, go with an uppercut. Okay, and this is just going to add power because I'm already moving my hips. So I'm here, 3-3-3, bang, pop, 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 just like that. Uppercut, cross, hook, cross, back out. Okay, every combination, move in, throw, half step back out. Okay, so 3-3-3, 3-3-3, outside leg kick, uppercut, cross, hook, cross. I'm limiting how much I turn my foot on this hook because I want to bring it back. And since I don't have anything to hit here, I want to make sure that I don't get, especially if they evade out of the way, I don't want to get caught here. I really actually want to hit something that's going to give me that ability to snap back with the uppercut. Even if they cover, it's still good. Because if I get them to cover like this, that gives me that field goal and that basket to uppercut into the middle. So sometimes you can just sell it. Just give them that kick, uppercut, cross hook, cross. Okay, that's fighting combo number 3. Now that we beat up the outside of the leg, we beat up the inside of the leg, we finally let everybody do the punch that seems like all the beginners come into the gym already doing, the Superman punch and kick. So now I'm going to fake that same kick. Okay, I've either landed my 1-1-1 where I've landed that kick, or I've landed my 3, and I've landed that kick to the outside, or I've landed my 2s to the inside. So the leg should be shy. I don't want to come out and lead with this one. Although I did see Dalton Albrecht, I don't know if you're out there, but I remember that fight where you came out and you just walked out in the middle of the cage and Superman punched that guy. So every dog has his day. Any technique can work at any time, but you should probably set it up first. So after beating up the leg, bam, okay, we threw the 3-3-3, we threw a 2-2-2. Now we're gonna lift the leg up. Once this is open, okay, that's gonna give us the level change, and that's gonna give us really where the force of the Superman punch comes from, the movement of the body, okay? It's not so much up as it is forward, okay? I don't want to jump ridiculously high unless the guy's trapped in front of me and he can't move. If I'm gonna land the Superman punch, it has to move forward, okay? But I want to draw that same reaction that I got when I threw the kicks. If I can get him to cover, or if I can get him to flinch, if I can get him to retreat the leg, so now he's off balance. Okay, if I can get him off balance here, it's perfect. Okay, so I want to pick this up, and then I want to jump forward, and I'm going to throw. Some people call it like a donkey kick. Once I've picked my leg up, I rotate my hips and my shoulders back and throw the punch. Okay, so fighting 4 combo number 4. You beat up the leg, you're going to show them the kick, hop, and throw the punch. The level change up does give you a little different angle, and it does give you the weight of your body coming down. Okay, so again, fighting 4 combo number 4. If we say 4-4-4, 4-4-4, pick it up, get a Superman punch, hook, cross, hook. Okay, and again, please only do that after you've beat up a leg and you've made him shy, or if you got him backed up against the ropes or backed up against the cage. That's a good time for some of those leaping techniques. Okay, flying knees, jump elbows, Superman punches. But you got to be strategic, or you got to be lucky, Dalton, right? All right. So back in our stance, we have about 5 minutes here. Let's close it out. Let's get 2 rounds of shadow boxing, and I'm just going to shadow box and talk about technique, talk about some ranges, and we'll close it out. And next time we'll polish these workouts up a little bit and probably move into a little more tasty stuff. Oh, low battery warning. We have 20% battery. Okay, we got 20%. We got enough time for 2 rounds. I'm going to set a 3-minute timer. Let's just close it out, shadow boxing, and then I'll see you guys at the end of it. All right? All right, we're gonna do a 3-minute round with a 30-second rest. Normally we do a 1-minute rest, but go ahead and just work those punches. Jab, cross, hook, cross. Go ahead and work your footwork. I'm gonna try to stay in camera if I can. Again, we'll go over different ranges. The fighting 4 combos, those are long range combos where I'm looking to enter. So I'm trying to distract, feed the high line, attack the low line, and get back out. The fighting 4 combo number 2, I'm trying to chop the legs to give me the head. Same thing with the 3, following up, and the 4, okay? Long range combos, but we also have to think about once we get in striking range, so we want to make sure we bob and weave, want to make sure we slip. Okay, we want to use footwork to work in, work out, always come back out, circle, move in. Think about our clinch. Okay, moving in for clinch. Think about unbalancing. Okay, I want to sweep and throw knees. I want to pummel and throw knees. I want to think about how can I, you versus the air. Well, it might be, if you're lucky. But if you're doing this for competition, or I really think any part of training should have a live or a creative aspect to it. And your partner is going to give you the most creativity because they are free-thinking, dynamic individuals, aren't you? So go ahead and work those basic combos. Okay, jab, cross, hook, cross, bob and weaves. Okay, work your elbows, work your knees. You have your long clinch. Okay, I have long clinch where it's one arm on, might be hand control, might be a over or under hook. So I have long clinch, okay, and long knees. I have, that's it for the first round. I have mid-range clinch, okay, and then where it's kind of elbow lockout range, where maybe I have inside control on the chest and the head, or I have steering wheel control, okay, kind of a mid-range. And then you have an in-tight close clinch where there's no space, okay? And you guys should shadow box and think about each of those ranges. We'll touch base on them later. But you know, you have takedowns from any side. I can collapse the hips, okay? I can shoulder bump and strike, okay? Shoulder bump and elbow, okay? I can sweep, okay? I can sweep the other side, okay? I can turn them across, just pull them across your hips and change the angle. You're not allowed to trip, but you can bring their body across your hips so that they're off balance. And then you can continue your attack, okay? And again, from the inside, if you're doing MMA, you know, you can shoot, you can do go for the legs, you can come to the top. If I'm in close, I can peel the head, turn the body, okay, peel the head. I love that one where even if they have inside control, just reach around, collapse their shoulder and head together, peel them over, and just visualize what you're doing with your opponent in each range. Okay, we have close punching. Okay. We have more longer range combos. You also have the close punching. Okay, tight body shots. Okay. Okay, bring the head up, knock it off. Okay, work the body head. Body head. Again, boom, bring the head down. Go back out, long range. Blend your arts. If you guys have more than one style, if you practice more than one style, I don't see anything wrong with it. I see a lot of styles borrowing from each other now. Styles are starting to look a lot more familiar. They're rediscovering techniques that other people are using. They might be borrowing them or stealing them, but it's all good. Okay? Start thinking about your fakes. Broken rhythm. All right. Whew. All right, well, I tell you, I miss you guys. I can't wait to get back in the gym, hit some pads with you guys, get those Sunday Fun Day rounds going again. But until then, let's not fall back. Let's not forget what we're working on. So if that means I come in by my little lonesome and help you guys out, let's do it. Feel free to let me know what you guys want to study. You can message me in the Muay Thai group, or you can send me a personal message, and we'll catch up with you guys later. But hey, thank you. I got my workout in. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Stay safe, be healthy, and we'll see you guys next time. And again, thank you to all my instructors for giving me the opportunity to bring this to everybody. And I look forward to seeing you guys later. Whew.